Audio Jungle.
Hello there, my flock. The Bad Raven here. We are up to another great review today. We're going to do the Maze Runner, The Death Cure. This movie came out on January 26, 2018, and I was there for the opening night. I don't know if they had any Thursday night showings, but we went to the Friday. Me and Andrew, my family, all decided to take this in because we had watched the first two, the Maze Runner, the Scorch Trials, now this one, The Death Cure. And I honestly, it came out in 2015, the second one to this, the Scorch Trials, and it'd been quite a while since I'd seen it, so I didn't really like the second one very much. The first one I really liked, the second one I didn't. So I just kind of wanted to see this one, see if it would wrap up the series, because I know it was based on a book and everything, and I just wanted to kind of see it come to an end and to wrap up the trilogy. So that was the main reason I went. Andrew really didn't want to go see it because he didn't really like the second one either, but he went and watched it too. No, he didn't. Scratch that. He went and watched The Commuter. I went and watched it with my family. He didn't want to see it, so he didn't watch it at all. So I'll just get into it right now. Like I said, this movie was Maze Runner: The Death Cure, and it was directed by Wes Ball, written by T.S. Nolan and James Dashner, based upon the novels by. So they kind of gave it treatment to be able to be on screen. Also, the people in the movie, of course, we have Dylan O'Brien as Thomas, the main character. And I think the reason this movie was kind of delayed, I think he got injured while filming it. I don't know exactly what the injury was, but he got injured and it pushed the production back. So I think that's the reason it took 3 years for it to get out. Kind of got pushed back on the schedule and everything like that. All that kind of came down on it. You got Ki-Hong Lee as Mino. You got Kaya Scudero as Teresa. You got Thomas Brodie-Sangster as Newt. Dexter Darden as Frypan. And William Poulter as Galley. I don't want to say I was pleasantly surprised, but it did have a lot of action in this one, and I got into the action parts. It's been so while since I've seen the last two. I didn't really have a lot for the characters. I didn't really bond with them. It seemed like it'd been such a long time. I didn't rewatch the second because I didn't like it before I watched it, so I was kind of out of the loop, I guess you could say. So the emotional parts didn't really pull me, even though most movies, I get pulled into that anyway. But this one, the emotional parts didn't catch me as good as it would have if I'd really enjoyed the second one and maybe had rewatched it. But the synopsis on this thing is: young hero Thomas embarks on a mission to find a cure for a deadly disease known as the flare. I don't want to give anything away, so this will be a spoiler-free review. I just want to say the first one was so unique because they were in the maze, and them trying to get out of the maze, it was cool the way they had to really learn the maze to be able to get out of it. The second one, they were out in the real world, I guess, where all the people are infected, kind of like zombies, I guess you could say. It didn't have the same type of feeling, though it was called Maze Runner on the second one, Scorch Trials. And this one was kind of the same thing. They start out, they're still in the apocalypse of the ruins of the world, and their friend Mayo, I think that's pronounced it. I'm not me pronouncing it wrong. Had been kidnapped in the second one. I'm not giving anything away because if you know anything, if you want to see this one, you probably watched the first two. And they're trying to get back into the city where he's being held to get him. And of course, everybody in the city that's behind them, even being around these kids, are trying to get them back in Thomas's group to be able to do tests on them his girlfriend, or we thought it was his girlfriend that betrayed him, in there. They kind of got that going on with them. Don't take long to get into the action. Everything pretty much starts from the movie's beginning. And I like that. I like that part about it, just jumping right into the action. Them trying to rescue their friend, having to go into the city, and facing all the people that, you know, done them wrong, basically the last two movies. It was neat the way Newt said in the trailer that they spent all the time trying to get out of the maze in the first two movies, or the first one. Now they're trying to get back into the city to rescue their friend. So it was kind of a strange play on it. So that was kind of neat. But I did, like I said, I did like the action. I did like the story. I think it did really well of wrapping up all the storylines with the girl, Thomas's girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, the other love interest that he had in the second one too. They kind of all melded together with their performances. I think the performances were strong for an action movie type deal. I mean, like, I'm not Academy Award here, but I thought they did a very good job on this movie. Directing was good. The action was good. All that was really, really cool. I think you would not be disappointed. If you want to watch the ending to see if it's wrapped up, I think you won't be disappointed to go see it. You don't have to see it on the big screen, even though it has action in it. It looks good on the big screen. You could probably watch it on video when it comes out. And if you didn't like the second one, you're like Andrew, you don't care. Well, you know, much you could say about it. I think it was better than the second one. Not as good as the first, The Maze Runner, but it was still way better than the second one. And if you like me, you like, you know, everything to be wrapped up in a pretty bow at the end of the movie, I think this movie does that. So go out and watch it. And if you have already watched it, please leave me a comment. I've not been getting comments lately. I would really like your comments on even the book series. I didn't get into the books, and there was several different books for this. So I guess they kind of condensed some of them down to get it all together. My niece Chloe said it wasn't accurate to the books, some parts in this movie especially. I don't want to go into them, that would be spoilers, but she kind of didn't like some things they took liberties with. But leave your comment down there. Did you watch it? Did you like it? Let me know. And share this with your friends, and like it, and please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Be a Flock member. And also, we've got a Patreon account. And if you want to become an Elite Bad Birds, we have no Elite Bad Birds yet, people. If you want to be Elite Bad Birds, just give $1 a month on that. You can click on the Patreon button on my homepage, where there's the P on that there beside me and Andrew standing by Jason, and it'll take you to a site, and you can become, just for $1 a month, just $1 a month, you become an Elite Bad Birds, and I will put your name personally on the end of my videos. I will say your name on the end of my videos. You can be known as Elite Bad Birds. Be one of the first Elite Bad Birds. I'm going to try to offer something here pretty soon to get somebody on there to give them to be the first Elite Bad Bird. It'd be really cool. But I just wanted to do this review to tell you about this movie. It's not real. It's been out for the first week, so you have a chance to go out there and watch it. If you like it, please tell me about it. But I just always want you to remember, the Bad Raven is your friend, and we're always looking out for great reviews for you. And we're going to be doing a couple more here, so just keep on coming on to the channel and liking and subscribing. We appreciate it. And we're going to let you go, and we'll talk to you later. And goodbye.